Son Excellence, Monsieur le Président de la République du Libéria, Excellences, Messieurs les ministres, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des institutions monégasques, Monsieur le Président du jury des Awards Cher Rai, chers champions de la paix, chers amis. 15 years ago, we were here at the start of the great adventure, the launch of the first Peace and Sport International Forum. We knew it would be full of surprise and emotion, but we did not imagine that it would be so rich in content. We had our goal in mind, but we were not aware of the magnitude of the task. For many people in 2007, the Peace Through Sport approach was utopia. What was the point of investing in peace? In Europe, peace seemed definitive, a fait accompli. But we can now see how wrong this view was. Living in peace is neither a state of fact nor a state of law. Peace is not the absence of war. Peace is taught, learned, and transmitted. It is an ongoing process that can be challenged at any time. Faced with the resurgence of geopolitical tensions, the need for peace has never been more vital. A culture of peace, based on a set of values, behaviors, and lifestyle that avoid violence and prevent conflict, has never been more necessary. Because it obliges us to respect common rules, to speak a common language, to accept others in their differences. Sport can be a fantastic key factor in building a culture of peace. Thank you, Monseigneur, for having believed from this very first moment in this cause. I know how convinced you are that sports neutrality, equity, and universality are important assets for sustainable peace. I can't forget that in the spring of 2007, you yourself presented the Peace and Sport Initiative at an IOC and International Federations meeting in Beijing. Today, no one doubts that sport is a great tool for peace. This recognition has become increasingly important, and we have raised awareness about this step by step. First of all, we needed the recognition of major players in peace and in sports. This is now the case, both with actors of peace, the United Nations, UNESCO, the Council of Europe, and with world sport governing bodies, the IOC, more than 50 international federations. We also needed the involvement of the champions for peace, high-level champions who work with us on a voluntary basis and who have become a pillar of our organization. Since launching the Champions for Peace Club in 2009, we are proud now to count more than 120 of them from 49 countries. We also needed to have local actors. We developed the Peacemakers Project. For them, using a bottom-up approach with different grassroots organizations which constitute the very core of our action. Since May 2021, thousands of children and hundreds of educators on 3 continents have benefited from this program. It is now a tradition that on each April 6th, this Peace Through Sport community gathers around the white card. This one. This year, this initiative reached 171 million people. At the time of this World Cup, let me have a word about the world's most popular sport, football. And let me remind you the words of Literature Nobel Prize French author Albert Camus, who said, and I quote, "The little life values that I have really learned, I learned them on the football pitch and on the theater stages, both of which remain my true universities." End of quote. Here, we believe in football as a tool for transmitting values. The great footballers among our champions for peace prove this. Marco Simone, Sabri Lamouchi, Christian Carambeu, Blaise Matuidi, Melissa Plaza, Eliakim Mangala, Ronny Talgier, and Lionel Messi. To better illustrate this, in partnership with France Football, the group L'Équipe, and the family of the legendary player Socrates, we created the Socrates Prize, which rewards a football player who has expressed a concrete engagement for the good of society. This trophy is awarded during the prestigious annual ceremony of the Ballon d'Or. This is a good opportunity for me to salute Sadio Mane, who was awarded the first Socrates Prize a few weeks ago by Rai. And Rai is a football legend. He's with us today as president of the jury of the Peace and Sport Awards, and we are very proud of it. I would like also to pay tribute to Didier Drogba, the vice president of Peace and Sport, for his great work with us. The appeal for peace that he and his teammates of the Côte d'Ivoire football team made from their changing room in 2005 to stop the civil war in Côte d'Ivoire continues to resonate in us and inspires new generations. Finally, I am very pleased to welcome a man who perfectly symbolizes peace and sports approach. His Excellency George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. He was the first African winner of the Ballon d'Or. Over the past 2 decades, George Weah has distinguished himself in the field of disarmament and reintegration of ex-combatants, demonstrating that sport is a tool for peace is great, but it's not enough. We must dedicate ourselves to teaching, educating, evaluating, and financing peace. In a word, we must become more professional. We need to support the program managers on the field. They can spread the culture of peace through sport within the communities. They are the real peacemakers. This work already gives good results. For example, in Colombia, where this methodology, used by new professional peace educators from COP Colombia, opens a future to children harmed by former conflict. At the same time, it's only with the measurement of impact that we will convince governments that peace through sport should not be seen as an expense, but as an investment for the stability of society. The promising results of the research carried out in Togo on Terre Mêlée Alafia program, in partnership with the University of Paris-Nanterre, confirmed that we are on the good track. But the mobilization of all these stakeholders would not be enough without the involvement of younger generations. They are an essential element in building a sustainable future, and they will take on the relay for this culture of peace through sport. A new step in the development of our organization was the creation of a Junior Champions for Peace club a few months ago. It is up to us to help them continue the legacy and give them the means to do so. Peace is our goal and sport is our tool. Thank you.
Merci, merci Joël.